Welcome to Aunty K's Tarot, your favorite radical queer indigenous auntie, bringing you tarot every day. Hello everyone, and welcome to Aunty K's Tarot. So we're here with a chat and cards. We've got out Tarot Neocolonial de La Americas by Patrick McGarth Muniz, and we have Next World Tarot by Christy C Road. And so we're first looking at the governments. We got the US, we got Canada, what's going on, and then we'll look at some advice because the people are feeling trapped, and we're going to get to that. All right, so the U.S. is being America. There's settler colonizers. This onward imperial march has always been delusional. It's always been delusional. The idea that America stands for freedom and liberation makes America the fool of the world. This desperate expansionism that we're currently seeing from the U.S. right now is the fear that as we switch into a multipolar world, that they won't have everything. And they feel like, well, how are we going to assure we have everything? We need to be bigger. We need to be bigger. And really, this is no different than the last European imperial expansion that gave us colonialism. Canada has ever always declared its love for neoliberalism. So from the Empress to the Six of Cups to the Page of Coins, like, it's this neoliberalism, but like they're still colonizers. They still grasp the coin and worship it as it's a god. Christianity and capitalist colonialism, they all work together. They aren't, the three aren't separate. Anyway, so they will ever play the neoliberal, and it's a smart move as the weaker, colonial sibling. It's the smart move for survival, absolutely. But they're still both colonizers. And we see this in Carney. He's the new neoliberal, and he's moving that Overton window to the right. He's declaring liberalism to be further to the right than it was before. And he made that very clear. He said he thought liberals had moved too far to the left and should move the other side of center. And he was saying that at a time where they were largely seen as being on the right side of center instead of the left side. While his current cabinet is definitely temporary, because there will be an election sometime between now and November, a lot of conservative folks are freaking out that he's not going to call one. He's probably going to call one before November because his approval ratings are through the roof right now. And it would be unwise to risk losing any of that with a political move that might not be as welcomed as he would hope. So it's better to do it right now while he's a glorious unknown. Like, for him, it's better. So, he's made all these neoliberalism, and Canada is a good representation of it, is moving to the right to in its counters to Trump. All right. people who are feeling trapped wherever on this globe you are sitting in terms of um, the changes into a multipolar world and the expansionism that certain countries are hungry for to come out the other side of it. What are you going to do? And I'm mostly speaking to people in the West, because people in the West are those who are sleepwalking through all of this. Like if you're in the West, and I'm indigenous, but I'm colonized in I'm in the West. Like, we are sleepwalking through this. Like the love song. We have to give up these romantic, delusional dreams of the world that we're in. Like, Americans, I don't know if you're going to go to the polls again. I don't know. Maybe you get to vote again. I wouldn't put all your energy into hoping that voting or the courts are going to save you from Trump. But the courts haven't saved you from Trump yet. Despite the rulings, it's not changed or stopped anything. I don't know if you're going to vote again. And folks in Canada, we're all cheering behind a glorious unknown that we know nothing about other than he's a banker. Yes, there's a lot of strife, and we definitely need to do some healing, but that healing has to be a 5 healing. It has to be disruptive. And you can look at the energy in this card. It's not calm, cool, collected, even though she's finding that within herself. It's disruptive, and she's going to go out there and kick ass. The only solution is decolonization. And like having this 6 of Wands juxtaposed to this 6 of Wands, which is the traditional 6 of Wands. Like, that's actually what Pamela Coleman Smith was depicting. She was depicting this very thing, this very colonialism, because that's who she was. Those were her people. On both sides of her family, she's like first generation settler, pilgrim, all the bullshit. Okay, so decolonization, like the amount of flag waving going on from Canadians, like, that is the wrong solution. That is the wrong solution. It is delusional. You are this with a prettier picture. Like, you're delusional when you think flag waving is going to solve this problem. That's what got everyone in this problem 500 years ago, and it's what's going to cement us into its next reiteration again. If we're going to be this stupid, flag waving won't fucking save you, and it definitely won't save you if you're American. The only solution is to decolonize. That's what this card is all about. That's what this victory is all about. And it says it right on her pillows. It says decolonization rebirth. It needs to be global. It needs to be global. And I want you to understand that, especially white leftists. Like, the other imperial countries aren't the saviors here. Russia and China are all or just as bad, right? They're also imperialists. They just did it by expanding their current borders ever outward. It seemed easier than traveling halfway around the world like Europe was doing. But they're still all the same. Neither Russia or China or America or any imperial country is going to treat people or the land in a good way. like, it needs to be global, and you need to stop looking for the imperial savior. There is no imperial savior. The savior is the individual humans, the non-corporate, non-rich humans. The Imperials, there's no good one. There isn't some good one. It's not about, well, these Imperials are communists. They're not really. Like, they all want to destroy the earth and suck human energy for labor and power and money for the few, for the elite. It's not equal for anyone anywhere, as long as there's power and greed and that level of consumption. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, that is chat and cards for today. See you later, folks.